going on, people? It's Chris Matthews. Move your damn hands, eh?
This is your discretion advice.
It's Chris Matthews and Faded celebrating this fucker's fucking 4-year anniversary of being in the ring.
Yes.
Fucker
sir.
Jaden, real deal, Chris Steele.
The chosen one, Matthews.
Anyways, we just kicking it, you know what I'm saying?
Still reserved.
You know, gang. But, nah, man, I just wanted to get on here and make a little video. You know, I haven't made one in a while. You know, I spoke on a couple things in those 2 videos or whatever. Just been so busy working and stuff, man. Just thought I should make a video over here.
We should turn the camera. Like we watch TV this way, Mr. Matthews. See, look, I'm finger puppets.
Man, picky ass little girl.
What? Non-rotating the screen.
What?
You having all sorts of problems. Told you it ain't even high enough. He's got all kinds of issues. Boom. There you go.
He's
You're
so
a mean
picky.
one. I'm picky. You gotta let the viewers have a decent scenery or a view at least, you know. There you go. Look, that's better.
Anyways.
Welcome back. Technical difficulties. Mr. Matthews figured it out. What is going on the path of the chosen one these days?
Man, mostly just working. Ready for these bookings to start.
Anything ideally?
I got a couple things coming up, hopefully Mr. Peter Moon will have his promotion up and running. ICW, everybody stay tuned for that one. Inferno Championship Wrestling. Oh well. Who give a fuck?
Breaking the fourth wall.
Don't exactly know when that's gonna take off. Just know we got that in the works.
Sounds mysterious.
Yeah.
How do you feel about John Did It?
Oh, that fucker's over there passed out.
Have you ever seen John Did It?
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite? Out of all the John Did It's he's done? He has 3, and then I think he has 2 premature John Did It's before he beat down in the ring, chopped to death, ran his head into the wall by NFL superstar NCAA Ray Drew. That was a classic. I was there for it. And I heard the impact off his head when he hit. I was like, oof.
I seen that one, but
dude took it like a champ too.
I had to say the Ghost Pepper one, man, because he looked like he was crying like a baby back bitch.
Oh, bro, he started tearing up in the video. Using my phone, I don't know if I got that great a quality shot on it because it was from my phone at that point. Because we were just sitting there in the front yard and we were like, hey, I could eat 3 of them. Oh, really? Because I did the video previously, and you could see. Directly in that video, dude, those things were kicking my ass.
Man. You could smell shit.
California Reaper peppers.
You could smell shit from 40 miles
Carolina,
off.
my bad.
But,
I was thinking of clouds of over California, actually. And I was
yeah.
totally just mistaken Carolina for California. I remember thinking of that metal song, bro. I got clouds over my brain, guys. Don't judge me.
But, anyways, I know the people, the 7 people that I got on my channel.
Hey, show the love and support. The real
you,
deal, Jaden Steele. This is still reserved. It's not just 1. It's not just 2. There's 3. Show this man some love. Real Recognized Real, the Still Reserved. Make some noise on his channel and throw some of those subs that way.
But
look out for it, brother.
I know Jaden's fan base is pretty
solid.
Pretty solid, and they've been
was born there shall be one.
Welcome to the chosen channel,
hey, dude, people. Exactly. This dude's gonna have quality content. It's coming. He's in a shell right now, but he don't understand yet. We will get him there. But back to that conclusion, or that topic, or that sentence. You know where I'm going with it.
for the most part.
Okay. So, hit me with your best shot and fire away. Oh man, you're killing me. You're killing me.
I'm drunk, dog.
He said I'm drunk, dog.
That's all I mean.
It's okay, chosen one. It's not like it's a rip or nothing. You're the headliner, bro. You got this.
I don't even know what we're doing right now.
Bro, you done like forgot your skit and everything, man. You gotta feel bad right now. Only at the Chris Matthews channel, guys.
Hey, look, alright.
Alright, no. Now we're gonna go back on track. You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, something's wrong with that motherfucker.
Dude, when John sleeps, I tell everybody, like, y'all don't see, like, the extended cuts or the deleted scenes on some of these, like, stunts. Like, some of these John dudes don't even make it. Like, we actually got a storage locker file full of those. But, I don't know if we're going to drop those, because if we do, they're going to be, like, John did it lost tapes. You know, because it was from, like, little scenarios and stuff that we did along the way that just, like, I didn't think that made the channel. And, like, it's good stuff. It makes you laugh, but I don't think we want to put that on there just yet. But the comments on my channel. Mm-hmm. Okay, you've seen them. You spoke briefly about them earlier till you got, like, wamboozled and was like, what are we talking about? So, what we're talking about now
That's the tag team.
no, is the comments on my YouTube channel of, I mean, I can go word for word if you want me to. I can recite them, or for the most part, just speak for, like, and let the audience know how they feel about it, what's going on with it, you know, what we're going to do.
Created something at WWE before,
Well,
after.
it was created before
Well, yeah,
WWE.
it was created before WWE, but it came full circle at WWE whenever they decided that.
A standing point.
Yeah, when we was in the wrong.
Well,
as far as that goes,
excuse me.
we are right now looking for a place to consider home, if you will.
You know, and it's only a couple of phone calls away. And I told you, when you ready, we can go do it.
But as far as Mr. Powell goes, Powell has threw me to the side, said I was the weak link, stabbed me in the back. At the end of the day, man,
There's so many more times.
it was
We're not talking about
trading me in for partners who wasn't quite my caliber.
Oof.
Uh,
You want to, like, specify on that?
you know, there's a couple of them. I'm not gonna name the names because it really ain't worth my time.
I'll unholster that pistol, cowboy.
But, you know, sometimes everybody needs a buddy for love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love The Nutty Professor, dude. Like, that's a great movie. Buddy Love was, like, awesome. Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
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 He's like, hey there, chunky butt.
But,
It's great stuff. Sorry, it was like a movie buff moment.
I'm kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt and knowing that there's somebody else or part of a group that I know will watch my back. You know, we've decided to give it a chance as far as a 3-man team.
I wouldn't even say give it a chance. The Still Reserve actually stands for something. It's more than just like a fan base. It's a movement.
Yeah.
And it's not taken lightly. You know, like we have a few members. You
Because I
know,
will say this.
we have founded the Still Reserve based on Jamie Powell, Chris Matthews. You know, we can go. There's tons of talent down the road.
Yeah.
I don't know about expanding it. Obviously,
Well, you know, you don't want no whole NWO type locker room faction.
yeah,
thing.
no.
Then who would you
No.
have to even compete with?
Well, I guess the sun for the center of the universe.
Yeah. I
But
think we win now.
you never do.
But
You get burned.
I will say this. as many times as Jamie Powell has stabbed me in the back or whatever, he's always come to me when I was in need, when I had no one else. Because at the end of the day,
But he stabs you in the back afterwards.
blood runs thicker than water, man, and I'm a firm believer in family over everything.
Even when that family like sticks you in the back with a fork just to make sure you're done.
Call me a glutton for punishment, I guess.
You know, I think it's more the fact that we just like love the competition of the sport, and like like we have like so much fun, like being able to do what we do, and there's definitely moments I would enjoy for anything. They're great. I have fun, honestly. Like it's
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I mean, every time I step foot in the squared circle, man, it feels like home. No matter how long I stay away from it, you know what I mean? I find solace in the squared circle, man.
right.
Whenever I feel lost or forgotten or, just downright depressed, I can always step into the ring, man, and all that disappears.
Passion for the sport and family legacy.
Yeah. But then at the end of the day, man, honestly and truly, sometimes you just feel burnt out. You know what I mean?
I could see that happening after like so many years of like repetition.
Yeah, I've had it. I've been doing this long time, man.
Speaking of long times, 4-year anniversary today, baby. Yes.
Key reason why I'm faded as shit right now. It's his fault.
It's really not my fault.
I'm at work, right?
I look like
Check
the
it
guy
out.
that put him on the YouTube video.
Check it out. I'm at work, right?
This sounds like a bad Afro Man story.
Calls me about 11 o'clock. Hey, bro, what you doing? No, I'm at work. You gonna be working about 6:30? It's like, nah, I should be off. All right, well, me and John decided we was gonna come down and, hang out, whatever. Cool. So I called the wife. Hey, Jaden and John wants to come crash for the night, hang out. Sure, why not? All right, it gets here, and this fucker decides, oh yeah, by the way, it's my 4-year anniversary of me being there. He's gonna have my first match and my first promotion. Oh, okay, cool. Well, let's celebrate. Now I'm over here drunk as shit. Don't know right from left, left from right, up from down.
He really doesn't.
Okay, so
I asked
it's
him to
his
put me in a
fault.
wrist lock and I got a chicken wing instead.
It's his fault. He's lucky I didn't dick twist me.
That sounds so ferocious.
Good old dick twist.
No, that does not even sound good at all. Still reserved, end up retiring for a little bit.
Speaking of retiring.
Like, this is like personal, like, live blog feeds from us, you know what I mean? Like, outside the business, like, this is us having fun, like I said, it's a celebration for me. It's my anniversary, so, gotta do it with the guy that I consider, like my brother in this business that's always been there, like, day one, like, when we first, like, met in the locker room, so.
Man, let me tell you about that story.
Oh, man, tell me about him.
So, the first time I met Jaden Steele,
Oh,
it was,
I bet there's a controversial part somewhere.
what was it? It was XW 2000. First time ever being in the locker room with him, man. And,
Yeah, because I met Jamie
yeah.
4 years
APW.
ago.
APW.
Yeah,
I think
him
it
and
was.
Kevin Lockhart.
Yeah, because y'all had that match, tag match.
Yeah, dude, I remember like yesterday. It was shit. It was shit.
But
Like, I came in there so confident, right? Like, never laced the boots up. It's like all these expectations of like dad and all
had
that.
the whole
Oh man.
mullet going on.
Oh dude, like I did that for like I did. We actually picked up on that on Facebook like earlier today. It's funny you be like, yeah, you seen that? It's funny you mentioned that. And I was like, hey, you remember the time where you said I wouldn't grow the mullet out and look just like you on your
Because your
WWF
pops
debut?
had the debut.
Yes.
With the mullet.
Yes. Yes. So that's where the mullet comes from. Jaden Steele does not like approve of the mullet for a lifetime hairdo. Sorry, dudes. I know. Like, I mean, you can go wherever you want with it.
But
I ain't judging. Just like I'm not the Joe Dirt.
XW 2000. I probably worked XW like 3 years before this.
So consecutive, you're there, like, you're already 3 years deep when I come rolling around.
Well, no. What happened was I worked it a couple times. I probably worked HW like 6 times in 3 years. And then I didn't work it. And then they came back. And that was when Jamie called me up, hey, bro, you got your cup right in the live feed, bro.
Oh, well. You know, I'm just going to try to block him out. Hey, censorship, guys.
Jamie calls
They tell
me
us
up.
to.
Jamie calls me up and he's like, hey, bro, because I was working New Wave up in Dover.
I love
at the
trolling
time.
Chris.
And he goes, hey, bro, I know you got that, you know, might have that booking coming up in New Wave, but can you come work XW with me? And at first I'm like, man, I don't know. You know,
I don't know.
bad experiences or whatnot. And he goes, man, this, and this, you know, he goes in all the details and everything, which I'm not going to get into that.
Wait a minute. Am I getting the blame for the invite?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. Well, I just had to ask.
And he goes, so eventually it was more financially beneficial for me to go an hour away instead of 5 hours as far as travel costs.
Oof.
And so I show up at XW2000. You know, I come in the locker room. Everybody's there. And Jaden's not there yet. I'm in the locker room, you know, and I'm in my little spot, finding a little corner. I'm there chilling. Well, I'm the quiet guy in the locker room, no matter what locker room I go in. So I'm sitting there, and for some reason, Jaden just slowly gravitates toward my area of the locker room.
Nah. Not how it happened.
And
He was like, this had happened.
oh,
Okay, I pulled the true story.
whatever.
The real truth. Irony. So, I'm walking in, dude, and I grab my bag and everything, dude, and I'm just like, on the shit, dude. I'm just gonna like walk into the you know arena like I don't even care, dude. And then Chris Matthews walks up to me, dude, and was all like, "Yo, you're Jaden Steele, dude. Can I carry your bags, dude?" And I'm
Whatever.
like, "Yeah, you carry my bag, dude."
Everybody knows that's not the truth.
No, you're right.
But
I just love the review, man. It's been a minute.
oh yeah, it's all,
Gotta have fun, man. 4-year anniversary.
it's all love. So somehow he ends up gravitated towards my area in the locker room, and me being in the business as long as I had, you know, I was did my name, man. Chris Matthews, nice to meet you, whatever.
Well, you gotta meet everybody in the locker room when you get there.
Yeah.
You know, that's out of respect.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously.
So, you know, and I didn't know that him and Jamie had knew each other previously.
Oh,
before
yes. Yeah, you kind of found that out like a little bit later.
Yeah, it's like later on.
He was like, hey, wait a minute, y'all. Yeah, I was like,
What?
yeah.
Wait a minute. But, yeah, man, then after that, it was kind of like every time we was in the locker room.
Well, the gravitation and, like, actually, like, you know, talking to you and, like, we actually getting close and, like, outside of the ring
Yeah.
and, you know, carrying on, like, a real friendship is, like, when I went into that locker room and, like, you know, shake everybody's hand, it was just, like when the vibes I was feeling, like, you know, just, like, trying to, like, feel out the locker room for the first time. It was, like, you know, like, you welcome me in with, like, warm arms. You know, it wasn't, like, a hostile treatment.
Nah,
It
man.
wasn't nothing, like, you know, oh, spotlight stealer or nothing like that. It was just, like, straight 100%, like, Chris Matthews.
Well, the thing is, man, regardless of anything, I want to see everybody shine.
Right. It's about helping each other and support.
Because, you know, I've been in the wrestling business 12 years, since I was 17. I'll be 28 in March. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I haven't done everything in the business, but I've done it. I've been able to live a dream that I wanted to do since I was a kid, regardless if it's WWE or Ring of Honor or anywhere. Like, I've gotten to wrestle. I've gotten to create this larger than life persona.
Liberty and honor.
You know what I mean? And like every time I step out of a curtain, and whether the fans boo me or they cheer me,
It's really hard to touch on that. Like when you walk out there, because that reaction that you get,
Yeah.
like, it's different for, like, every guy. But it's
the thing about it is, man, for me,
like, explain that aroma the best you can, like that aura. Like from like curtain call.
It's,
Well, do you have a prep? Do you have a ritual? Because like you see me every time, like
Yeah.
when I'm in a locker room, like I have a ritual.
I'll tell you, man. My ritual is making sure I don't throw up before I go out.
So like, do you have like what do you do with it?
You know
Like,
what I mean?
What's
It's
your
just basically, man, deep breaths, telling myself this ain't no different than the first time. You know what I mean?
Right. Just like getting
And-
like your nerves out.
Yeah, basically
Psyching
just
yourself up.
getting the nerves out, man. Getting yourself in this zone. Like, okay, this is it. It's time to go. Let's go to work.
You
know
bring
what
your
I mean?
character to life.
Yeah, so before, I mean, I'm Chris Matthews before I even get to the building. You know what I mean?
That's for sure.
But I really become Chris Matthews right before I leave the curtain. You know what I mean? And it's hard to explain if you've never done it.
Right, because like behind the scenes, like being in the locker room with Chris, like I'll hype him up, like literally, like we'll talk and like we'll discuss whatever, and just like shoot the shit, and then like if I'm before him or whatever the case may be, like we always we're engaging with each other and talking and just like staying verbal, and just watching each other's matches because like constantly we're just like I'm my own worst critic.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I think
Like there's nothing perfect.
I think every worker, man, is like their own worst critic. Nobody's gonna be harder on you than you are yourself.
Right, like I take it to the extremes though, because like when I look at it, I'm like, oh, you're stupid, you shouldn't have done that. Like your
dude,
footwork was off, right?
I tell you, man, I go back and I watch old matches, bro,
Yes.
and I'm like, oh man, I could have fucking did that.
And
so
break
much
down the
better.
science of
Yeah.
like the art and the work of it.
I was like, Chris, what the fuck was that?
It's like you
You know
see
what I mean?
wrestling on TV, like we see a science.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
like
trying to break the IQ.
for normal people, it's like, oh yeah, well, this is entertainment. But for guys like us, man, it's like, all right, that spot could have been done different, or that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. It was nice, but it didn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where's the story? And
Correct. It's like
and
not
for a
only
guy
on
like
the story
me,
though, dude. It's more like they don't make you feel it.
yeah, yeah.
The heart. There's no heart in it.
You still got a couple guys, man, who make you feel it, but
Oh no, they're here and there.
But guys like The Rock, and Stone Cold, and Triple H, and HBK,
You're talking
You
like
don't have
some of the
those
highest
guys,
charismatic
man. Yeah, man, that's what I'm
characters
saying.
of the industry.
you don't
at
really
that point.
have guys like that anymore, dude. And those guys was like my go-to
Larger than life.
when it came to wanting to be a wrestler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wanting to follow that
Like
dream.
the Attitude Era, like that's
Dude.
what we grew up on.
Razor Ramon. You know what I'm saying? Guys like that, dude.
How does it go? Give me your best one. Okay, so I count. Yeah, that's cool. Here. Yeah, it's the reserve.
Hey yo. And just something like that.
Since you
dude.
just did an impersonation, here we go. One for the live feed. So, James Steele is gonna sit here and request, sir, your most go-to wrestling impersonation asked by fans, and your most favorite go-to impersonation of a wrestler, personally. And you have to reenact them out for the camera. Give us like your best bet.
I'd say I don't really get a lot of requests from fans to impersonate someone, but like my go-to would probably be Macho Man.
Okay, give us your best Randy Savage. Tony Parks
Alright.
is probably gonna watch this, so I'm
Alright,
just
let's
saying.
see.
No pressure,
Let's
but
see.
Randy
Let's
and
see-
Tony, I'm telling
Let's see
you.
if I can do it.
All right.
Just heads up, Mr. Tony Parks. It's
Uh-oh.
all fun and games. No disrespect.
Hey, you should answer him back though. I know how Tony Parks can do it. I've heard it.
But I'd have to go. Oh yeah, brother. I'm gonna tell you, Hulk Hogan. I hear you talking all that garbage, and I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. You could never lace boots with me, the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah.
All right, so give me your best Ted DiBiase laugh.
I can't do Ted DiBiase. I really can't.
give us your best like attempt at it. You know, because like you think like when you watch it, like as a wrestling
I
fan,
didn't
when you
watch
hear
Ted
it though,
DiBiase though.
yeah, but when you know the laugh, like everybody uses it for like
really don't,
memes,
bro.
all the good stuff. Like now to this day,
But that's the thing. I wasn't a Ted DiBiase fan.
hey man, like that laugh was like historic. You won't get another laugh close. Handsome Sal has a damn good like laugh. I'll give him
Yeah.
that. Like that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I've never
like,
heard Handsome Sal do
Oh
Ted
man,
DiBiase.
no, it's not an imitation. Handsome Sal has a like sound of his own, dude. Like
Oh,
it's really good. Oh yeah,
I've never heard it.
yeah. Oh dude, we're gonna have to get him to do it then. Like I know where he's at. He's
I-
actually down there at the flea market now. So
Oh yeah?
yeah, Pensacola.
Cool.
So we could like stop on in there and holler at him.
Let's see.
You can give him your Macho Man impersonation.
Yeah,
And
it's
be like, I
trash,
need a
bro.
mouthpiece.
It's hey, look, that Macho Man impersonation was trash. I can do that a whole lot better when I'm not drunk.
He's lying.
Don't listen to that fucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he can't even get it deep. Have you ever you haven't heard Tony Parks do the Macho Man?
Nah,
Oh my god,
I ain't heard Pops do it.
dude, it's
I would
on
love
point.
to, though.
It is on point.
I would love to.
Like I don't even try to like attempt because it's like, dude, I quit. Like I'm tapping. Like,
I would love to hear Pops do the Macho Man, bro.
well, you know, Pops was trained
Wasn't Pops the only person that Macho Man trained?
at that time.
Yeah.
Yes,
I thought so.
because, like as like years
Because
go
that was
by,
early though, wasn't it?
as years go by, like Shane McMahon
Was trained
runs
by
into
Macho.
Savage as well.
Yeah. But I think he did that basically for Vince, right?
I mean, like I said, I'd love to get Tony Parks like on a live feed.
Yeah, man.
Because
I
there's
would-
so many questions and answers that we'd love to hear. I'm sure the fans would love to hear too.
I would love to sit down and talk with Pops.
Yeah, like just hear some of like the old
I've actually talked with him
stories and like the shoots and all that
whenever
good
we
stuff. It's great.
matter of fact, early XW days, bro. When me and you first started hanging out outside the business. Dude, I remember I was on the phone with Pops for like 3 hours, bro.
Yeah, when we had like Pete's and you were like talking to him for like.
Nah, I was
Ever-
at my house down here in Mobile.
You didn't do that over at Pete's on night?
Nah.
Like I saw you were like on the couch, like on the phone, just
Oh
like
yeah, I
yeah,
was,
bro,
dude. I
I'm
was on the
telling you.
phone like, yeah, oh yeah.
Wasn't it a holiday or something we were over there
I
with?
think it was Christmas.
Yeah. I
We
think
had that Christmas.
was
dinner.
it Christmas or Thanksgiving like the last
No,
time
it
like
was-
we actually had like the XW family
It was
that
Christmas.
was like
We only
actually
did-
like sticking together
We
that
only
we all
did Christmas.
did our dinner.
We didn't do Thanksgiving. We only did Christmas. We had that Christmas dinner. Whenever
All I'm saying is I can't remember if it was Christmas or Thanksgiving, but that was the best damn turkey I ever had, Pete. I want another one.
But yeah, man, I remember that, dude. I've talked with your pops on the phone like a few occasions. And crazy thing, one of my favorite moments in wrestling history, bro, was Sabu jumping off of the
The
what's that?
scaffolding
Yeah, onto
the tables.
yeah. I found out that was your pop, bro. I was like, hell yeah, man. That was like one of my favorite moments.
You know, it's sad because like I was so young and I remember so much of like going into those locker rooms and stuff, and it's like the ECW days. if I would have understood that then, like
Yeah.
how like, as you grow older, like you get more knowledgeable about stuff. Now I'm like, bro, my mind would have been blown.
Yeah. Then the Sid Vicious when he broke his leg.
That was gross. That was
Found out-
brutal.
I found out that was your pops too, bro.
Sid Vicious, what?
Yeah, Sid Vicious.
Breaking his leg.
Yeah, your pops was part of that match.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like him breaking his leg. I was like, nah.
No, because Sid went to do some kind of whatever it was, dude. It made no sense when he fucking jumped off that sacred rope to do that big boo.
Yeah, like why'd you go so? Like, I mean, I don't want to like critique people, but like me personally, I would have been afraid with all that weight to like jump off that high
Yeah.
and boot you simply
I
for
think
the
it-
fact in
I
Bay
just-
St. Louis when I came off that mid turnbuckle and all I did was just a regular like stomp and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, my knee starts like wobbling and like I'm on a permanent limp.
I would probably say lack of judgment, maybe.
Possibility.
You know, just sometimes, you know, I can say now as a wrestler, dude, you just sometimes you kind of misdirect yourself, I guess you would call it. Then you end up paying for it, which I've done.
I'm looking up to Sid Vicious match.
Hey, let me show you.
Like, there's the clips of it, but they're like, I don't see the full match on it. Like, there's only 45 seconds of it.
I found the whole match a while back.
I'm sure it's on there somewhere. I'll have to, like, keep playing with it. See, look at this. We start talking about classic moments of the historical wrestling, and here we go. Digging up another one. Yeah, let me see. I want to, like, look for the full match.
But, nah, man, like, that's crazy, man. Yeah,
Meeting him for the very first time, and then, like, getting to know him a little bit.
Oh, dude.
What was your first impersonation? Or, my bad, don't impersonate.
I think the first
The
time.
pinnacle's, like, kicking in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think
Hey,
the first.
anniversary.
I think the first time I met you.
Go judge somebody else.
Was XW 2000. It's like.
So your first impression of him compared to, like, getting to have, like, your moments of talking to him, and then marking out on the couch like, oh, Tony Parks, I love you, you know, and then, like, having your moment, you
There
know.
wasn't no fucking shit like that, dude.
I'm just ripping you, it's okay. I love you.
No shit
I
like
love you.
that.
Well, it's a rip, guys. We're just specifying, you know, people get confused.
Like but nah, man, the first time I met him, I didn't really talk to him much, you know.
There's nothing but chit chat with the leg. Like, it's 45 seconds of him breaking the leg. There's not the full match on there.
I introduced myself, you know, like I was trained to do it.
Well, we were watching the mystery opponent come in. Now, Sid Vicious up on top.
Because that's Steiner and Vicious right there.
Yeah. But then it might not
Oof.
even get pops. I don't
No.
know. But I think your pops was there for that.
Yes, that would actually be more accurate.
Yeah.
I don't think Dad went out and was like, I'm the big bad booty daddy.
I don't know, man.
If you hear
He
me.
could pull it off.
He's big enough. 300 pounds, 6'3".
But nah, man. First time I met your pops, met him at an XW show. It was like my third show there.
Right?
Second, maybe. And you know, he walked up to the locker room.
And he doesn't go to all my shows. So, like, everybody thinking, like, oh, cool, your dad is da-da-da-da. He's done this, he's done that. Or,
Nah,
like,
he
it's got to
don't.
be cool to, like, have him there every show. He's not at all
Nah,
my shows.
he don't do every show.
You know?
Matter of fact, I think it was right before we did that Legends event.
I think so.
It's probably like the.
It was around that time frame.
Yeah,
I
it was.
actually have from, like,
I still got that poster, bro.
no, he goes about posters. Like, call it nerdy if you want, but, like, you know, it's sentimental to me. Like, as, like, tracking my my wrestling journey. Speaking of my 4-year anniversary here, I actually have a book that has every single date from, like, XW that, like, I worked in there, and, like, it's, like, thick as hell. Like, literally going all the way through the year, and I cut all the posters, man.
If I
You look so young in, like, some of them. I'm like, damn, Chris, like, what happened to you? You done, like, got a couple pounds on the camera.
Dude, that's what happens when you got a wife and she feeds you.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with calories.
But nah, man. I'd say my first impression of that was like, okay, this guy, you know, kind of intimidating a little bit.
He gets that a lot.
And I'm not easily intimidated by anybody. But then after talking with him, man, like getting to talk with him a couple times, and just picking his brain on stuff, man. Because he has
Picking his brain.
yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna stop you right there and like touch on it a little bit since you're talking about my Faja. Tony Parks on Faja. I love gold. Movie reference. Movie buff nerd. Hey.
Austin Powers.
Oh, you gave it away. I was gonna make him put it in the comment down below.
Gold member.
I love gold. The chest.
No.
The-
Crazy
the
Dutch
texture.
bastard. Look, everyone. My freaky was a kid.
All right, so like we kind of went hard on Austin Powers. Like I'm sorry, like that's what we grew up on. You know, it was always that spy who shagged me.
Oh, that was the
Yes.
one. Goldmember was like my third favorite.
That was my least favorite out of all of them, dude.
But
It
the
was
Spy Who
The
Shagged
Spy Who
Me.
Shagged Me number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, well, see.
And then the
90s
first,
kids.
the original
Yes.
was good. International Man
Yes.
of Mystery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, I was looking at them all, like, because, like, I always watched, like, I caught the second one first. Like, when I ever first saw it. Thought it was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, seeing Austin Powers in, clicked on it, and all of a sudden I was like, yo, where's Felicity Shagwell? You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this one?
What is this?
Yeah, and the dude was, like, throwing the shoe in his head, and I was like, what kind of idiot throws a shit? And I was just like, oh, he's going on. It was, like, hilarious.
Anyway, back on topic.
Uh-oh.
But you were saying about picking your dad.
Alright, so, like, when you, like, picked his brain, like, so, the knowledge that he has, like, would explain that. Like, from being intimidated all the way down to, like, asking him for advice, or, like, how he breaks things down for, like, wrestling, or, like,
dude,
to the
man,
science.
it's just like unquestionable knowledge, man. You know what I mean? Stuff that you can only learn from experience.
So, do you feel like if, when you talk to Tony, and, like, when you talk to, like, most other individuals, that, like, you have, like, a whole different level of knowledge? You feel he drops on you professionally, or, like, what?
Yeah, no question. I mean, it's like, I don't want to sound like I'm bashing anybody,
No, no.
but when you're in the enough, man, you come across people who you can kind of tell shit, and then someone who just, you know what I mean? Like, with your dad, as I've had, like, I could go to your dad and say, hey, yo, Pops, you know what I mean? Or, you know, Mr. Tony Parks or whatever. You know, because I'm always,
Yeah, I can, like, definitely for sure. And like I said, like, when that, like, you don't really speak out unless it's
Yeah.
something that you have to. But go on.
But, you know, I can go to him and say, hey, you know, I just want to pick your brain. I have, or an angle that I would like to possibly run. Can you tell me what you think? You know what I mean? Like, a whole angle that I brought up with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get into it on the live thing.
Nah, it's
because-
actually pretty nice. I like it.
But, you know, and then,
One of those surprise factors.
yeah. And
The
then
spoiler alert.
and then I ran it past your Pops. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, you know, he didn't really have a lot, like, to say. He didn't, actually, nothing bad to say about it. You
Okay.
know, all he told me was, hey, if it makes money, let's do it. You know what I mean? And to understand that, understand the business.
And the concept of
You
how
know
they
what
break
I mean?
things.
And that's something that you could only understand from experience.
Correct.
And
Professional knowledge.
if the people don't really understand what I mean by experience,
Yeah, they're probably, like, you're probably gonna have, like, some viewers out there that are kind of, like,
go
on the
look
fence with
up. You understand what I mean? The man has been
it. Actually,
to the
they can go to the Jaden Steele channel.
yeah, you can do
And
that too.
there's numerous Tony Parks videos on there.
But the reason I say look up Tony Parks is because he's been to the show. He's been where a lot of guys want to be in this business.
And you know, picking on that subject, how do you feel? Like, 'cause I want your opinion on it, because, like, I have my own. So, how do you feel about, like, when guys, you know, like, are up and coming, or that are already around, or, you know, that have just, you know, stayed in the indies, or whatever the case, like, may be with whomever. It ain't, like, directed to nobody. Just in general. Like, insult, like, WWF, like, guys from jobbers all the way down to, like, the WWF personnel as far as, like, athletes go, like, wrestlers. Like, it don't matter, like, from, like, jobbing all the way up to, like, Hulk Hogan. Like, how do you feel about the guys that paved the way?
I would say this, man. Call it what you want, but without
But what do you
jobbers,
call it?
nobody gets over. There's guys that, you know what I mean. There's nothing wrong with being a jobber, dude. In my opinion. I mean, yeah, everybody has grand illusions of
Being champion.
being champion or marquee talent. You know what I mean? Wanting to be front and center, and that's great. Because if that's what you aspire to be,
Great drive and dedication.
then so be it, man. I want everybody to shine.
Right.
But
And you know
without-
me on the side personally, like my
Yeah.
competitive nature and like, you know, the
But-
way that I tick on things is like misunderstood sometimes. 'Cause,
But
like,
to answer your question, man, I think it's really shitty
there you go.
whenever you sit there and you calling yourself a worker or a wrestler or whatever,
Right.
but you want to shit on the guys who, like you said, paved the way for guys to do for us to do what we do. Because regardless of if they was a jobber or they was a Hulk Hogan or there was a Rock or Stone Cold or Shawn Michaels, without those guys, we wouldn't have this business. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be able to follow a dream. You know, guys like Dusty Rhodes and people like that, man. You know what I mean?
But like even with like the jobbers in general.
And I don't really like that word jobber, man.
Right, it's kind of
Just
disrespectful
in my
to the point.
opinion, because you know, in a way, it's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because
Well,
I know it's a term in the business,
correct.
but sometimes it's like, yo, matter of fact, like, I came across a comment on something on Facebook of yours, bashing your dad, calling him a jobber who never went nowhere. And all
Oh,
that kind of
we ain't
stuff.
gotta give no names
Nah,
on that.
fuck
It's like,
that, dude. That's bullshit.
well,
Because without your dad doing that, man, you wouldn't have the knowledge.
no. You know, like when
You
I hear the
wouldn't have
word jobber,
business.
like it's disrespectful to me, like personally, as being like a second generation kid. So like, you know, you hearing that word and then like me hearing that word, you know, I have like obviously in my family I have a wrestling tradition and, you know, I take that very serious and like from my competitive nature all the way down to, you know,
And I
what I
mean,
was taught.
regardless of the fact that wrestling ain't in my family, bro, still, the passion and the love and all that I have for wrestling, dude, it's just...
Right, it's just like a whole total
And
disrespect level.
Yeah, I try not to go too far into it, man, because at the end of the day, you know, people who want to talk about jobbers or whatever would kill to even have the opportunity to be a jobber somewhere like WWE. And I don't care what they say.
Even the extra talent, dude. Shout out.
Because guess what, man? Even if, dude, they could call me right now. Hey, man, we seen some of your footage. We want you to come in and we want you to job out to, you know, Strowman. You sign me up.
Right.
You know why? Because regardless of if I job or if I go over, I'm still exposed.
Not only on
I
like a
still
professional
get that.
standpoint does that help you, but like also you're getting to do what you love to do on the stage that you want to be.
And even if that's the only chance I ever get, bro, that's something I got under my belt.
Right.
Yeah, I jobbed, but guess what? I went somewhere where you didn't get to go. Because you're too busy worried about how you look. What's it gonna make you look like?
Yeah, my WWE experience, I didn't get to do any like in ring work. I got to cut those
But
those
still,
promos, but
you-
I was still like
Yeah,
I hella
man, it's
respected
like
that. That meant a
the-
lot to me.
the problem with guys nowadays coming into the wrestling business, dude, is they're not humble by no means.
No, I didn't like the gossip spreads like quicker than we do.
Now, granted, man, to be in the wrestling business, you gotta have some kind of ego, man. Because if you don't, then you'll get fucking shit on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm guilty of it, man. I've had times where I was like, I feel like I'm better than that, man. Why you putting me in this? Why you putting me in that? And that was early in my career.
Happens to
what I
everybody.
mean? That was early in my career, man. But then,
I was hot to trot in the beginning, like
Yeah,
once I
you
kind
know,
of started
I
getting
got-
comfortable, and then I was like, all right, well, let's slow it down here, and like let's listen to the
I got to
the
go
vets.
in locker rooms, man, and talk to guys like Bullet Bob Armstrong.
right.
You know what
Great
I mean?
guy.
Guys who sit you down and like, hey, if you continue to do that, you won't go nowhere. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Show up, work your spot on the card, do your thing. Somebody's gonna see you, and you'll get a push.
Very full advice.
You know what I mean? And that's something that's priceless.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You
That's
know,
like in the moment.
and matter of fact, funny story, dude.
All right,
Right before
here we go.
I broke into the business or I started training,
So this is before Chris Matthews.
I was just regular Chris Henderson. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Just Mark. I was a Mark, bro. I mean, and I'm still a Mark because we all start off as a Mark.
Yeah, everybody is.
You know
like,
what I mean?
It's like a common misconception.
But I was a real Mark, man. I was watching the shows and down here in Mobile, it's when they had a club called the Whiskey.
yeah, see, I'm not like familiar with
Yeah.
like Alabama like
But
that.
it was
so.
a club, right?
Right.
And Jamie's dad was bouncing at this club.
Okay.
He comes home one day and says, hey, we're going to have a wrestling show at the Whiskey. I want y'all to come check it out. All right.
Sounds fun.
First real wrestling show, like indie wrestling show.
At a bar.
Yeah.
Okay. How's the experience here? Like to the fans. Like I'm sure like most of them only experience like gymnasiums and like all that
Yeah.
stuff. Explain
Dude,
like the bar scene as far as wrestling goes.
The wrestling experience in a bar is so much crazier than like a high school gym.
Wilder fans, you would say?
Yeah, definitely, man, because everybody's boozed up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Louder reactions.
Yeah, man. I would say this. I would much rather, as a worker now,
Yes.
I would much rather work an event in a bar.
You
Then
would now?
Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. So much more reaction.
So like
And the atmosphere, you can
the
do a
velocity
lot
of the
more.
environment is what you like in the
Yeah,
bar
you
scene.
you have more,
Adrenaline,
not, it's not what I'm looking for, but you have that.
motivation.
But you have more
What we-
opportunity to do things because you can do a lot more things with a crowd like that than you can in a gymnasium.
Mentally, but I mean that their noise will help you.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
man. Like you're able to
It's like,
feed off that.
yeah, for
but,
real.
But man, so we show up, right? And
Yeah.
Jamie's dad knows the owner, so we get in for free or whatever.
There you go.
We
VIP
able to get
treatment.
in. Yeah, man. So we front.
He already
row.
made it before he started. You hear this?
We're front row, dude, and
Front row.
Road Dog Jesse James.
You didn't know?
Was the man, the name that got brought in. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that'd be fun.
that was the first time I ever got to meet him, man. And I'm not gonna, put his real name out there, none of that.
Well, the Armstrongs are great in general.
You know, I'm a kayfabe it, you know what I mean? But that was the first time I ever got to meet Road Dogg, dude. And I went and I got a poster signed by him, bro. He was selling these posters, dude, Road Dogg, whatever. And dude, I cherished that fucking poster for like 10 years.
Yeah, you still have it to this day.
I
or no?
don't, man.
Oh.
Something happened to it, but I had that poster hung up, bro.
You see this? He's proud of that poster.
I had that poster hung up, bro, and I looked at it every day and said, one day, when I get the chance and I find somebody to train me, that's what I'm going to do.
How long did it take from that motivational speech that like brought you to like where you're
Like
at?
6 months after that, dude, Jamie called me up. Hey, man, I found a guy that's training. I'll pay for you to train.
Really good looking out. That's like brotherhood.
And he broke in, like, he started like a month before I did. Dude, I did everything I could to pay that training fee off. I was cutting grass for the guy. I was doing all kind of stuff, man. Paying him in cash, taking side jobs to pay for it.
Paying
man.
dues in general.
Yeah, man, doing everything I could. And and crazy thing is, back just to speak on the event, I got to actually talk with Road Dogg, man.
How was that experience?
Oh man, it was great, dude. Because he was a guy. It was so surreal for me, man. Because he was a guy that I grew up watching him, man. Him and Badass Billy Gunn.
Right.
You know what I mean? The New Age Outlaws. Oh,
They were.
You didn't know.
Oh, your Attitude Kid, like that was the tag team
Yeah, you know what I mean.
before all the whole like
Yeah.
Edge and Christian and the
Yeah.
Hardys came in and took all those title runs.
And to think that I was having a chance to talk with a guy who I never thought a day in my life, bro, I would ever have that opportunity. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was asking questions about wrestling and, you know, what it was like and stuff like that, man, because I knew from that event, seeing that, I knew that, hey, that's what I want to do. And even as a kid, man, like me and Jamie's like 3-4 years older than me, bro. So I was like 5 or 6. And Jamie was probably about, 8 or 9. You know what I mean? And we used to watch.
You guys got to hear that in the background. John did it. Out.
We used to watch wrestling every Monday, man. We used to watch the Monday Night Wars.
So we're talking late 90s at this point in time.
And one day, me and Jamie looked at each other, and we said, hey, man, we're going to be tag team champions together one day.
And that actually did come true.
And that happened, bro.
Multiple times, actually, right?
Yeah, like 10 times, dude. And we went to that event, man, and we were standing out in the parking lot getting ready to go home. And he looked at me, he said, you know what? That's what I want to do. And I said, me too. And we kind of just did everything we could, man, to get that moving.
Right.
And for anybody who is thinking of becoming a professional wrestler, it's a lot harder than it looks.
I don't think we get enough respect or credit due for like what we actually put our bodies through because we're always labeled as entertainment.
Yeah, man, and no, people can say what they want, but you gotta have a passion for it, man. You gotta want it.
You already know when we went to that table, I hit my air brakes. It meant to do that.
Yeah.
You know, wrestling's supposedly like what?
I mean, it's supposedly like dancing, bro.
Oh. All I'm saying is there's one like F word that I don't like in that one.
Yeah, well, people call it fiction. That's the word I'll use. I won't use the other word. But
Wouldn't trade it for a thing.
Ever, man. I tell people all the time, I'm part of the greatest business in the world.
Yes, it loves you and hates you.
But I will say this: wrestling will never give as much back as you give it.
Correct, because like you know, personally from the side, like I've actually invited you out to a few trips. Is like to the Sacred Heart Hospital I visited.
Yeah.
There's like a few elderly homes, you know, just trying
I'm
to like
giving
reaching
my
out.
body, man. I've given my blood, my sweat, tears.
Well, correct. Yeah, in the business, I'm talking about like outside of it, like giving back.
Yeah, well,
Good
that's
deeds, you know?
just that's actually got to do with what kind of person you are.
Correct. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's the passion and you know like how I feel, you know, I was raised in this business, you know, like you got to give back to the business you love. That's how I was raised.
I've messed up both of my shoulders, my neck, my back, my knees. Man, I've matter of fact, a lot of those injuries came from well, I will tell you, my back's gotten worse since that damn table injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like aches more or what?
I don't really know.
Bro, like you took the worst blunt of it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I was under that.
I mean, yeah, like I basically was like, when I brought you down, I was like, well, you know, I trust he ain't gonna kill me. You know what I mean? It actually went like, personally, like reviewing the footage, I thought it looked smooth.
Yeah, I rolled off of it, bro.
Okay, like we actually
All
got
I
like great
remember-
reviews for the performance of the move.
All I remember is coming to, bro, and as soon as I come to,
Speaking
the table
of it, man.
hits me right in the face.
Yeah, like if you watch it back and like actually pay attention to like your body language, you actually see you roll off and like
I was
Your
hurt,
head's
bro.
on the table or on the chair at that point, and
Yeah,
then you
bro.
fall down underneath the table.
I hit my head on that chair, dude. So I go through the, roll off the table, bust my head on the chair, boom. By that time, you know what I mean? I'm like legit knocked out.
Speaking of your 10-time tag team title run with Jamie Powell on the Jaden Steele channel, you can check it out. He just won the APW tag team titles not too long ago. 1/3 of the Steel Reserve. Check him out.
Yeah, he traded me in for another partner,
Well,
but I wasn't able to make that. So
that's what I'm saying. The Steel
Injuries.
Reserve needs to
Yeah.
like make an appearance. You know
I
what
was
I mean?
injured at the time. Matter of fact, that was coming off of that table. I was injured for.
That's what I'm saying. The Steel Reserve needs to go and say something to Jamie, huh? So I got the video right here. I'm gonna let you like relive this for a minute. Alright. Jamie adds the insult to the injury.
He
Okay, like
He really did.
yes. I'm just sitting there laid out at that moment, soaking up like the impact of that stiff ass table. And the next thing you know, I see Jamie flying from across the sky. I'm just like, okay, here we go. And then when he hit and we actually sunk, I was like, oh, now we're really gonna get yelled at. Just like I heard like the yelling before it came. I was like, shit. But you know, it popped and it got over.
Yeah,
Like, you
man,
know.
the fans loved it.
Yeah, we're just doing our jobs. It ain't no like hate towards anybody like that. You know, we're just doing what we know how to do. So look, come up for it. Here we go. Boom, you eat it. You rolled off of it, and the back of your head actually touches the actual seat of the chair.
Yeah, when that happens, dude.
And then you see yourself recoil back.
Yeah.
And you're underneath it when the elbow gets dropped. And look,
Yeah,
poor
dude.
Chris Matthews is like table sandwich at that point.
I'm dead, bro. Like, I'm legit knocked out.
You know, the only thing about that situation that like really irritates me, we checked on each other on the floor while we got harassed. You know, like I can understand like, you know, taking it up after, you know, you check on me.
Yeah.
You know, at least ask me if I'm okay.
I mean, honestly, man, the whole point in that, though, man, is just to say that you have to make a conscious decision that the wrestling business is what you want to do. Because it comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, pain, you better love that.
It comes with a lot of sacrifice, man. It comes with a lot of pain. But it can give you a lot of great moments, too. A lot of,
Yeah, you will
Moments
never
of-
live a curtain
of-
moment or like
yeah, man. It's like a lot
your
of...
first victory or whatever.
a lot of moments of like, you know, realization and you know,
Always getting to be and open up
When you-
like that character you always wanted
yeah,
to be.
man, like just to escape reality, even for, you know, the few hours that you at an event, or and I'm gonna tell you, man, really, when it really sets in and you really get that chance to escape, it's for that 10-15 minutes that you're inside that ring, dude, and everything just disappears.
See,
You know?
I get to that moment behind the curtain. Like you'll watch me. Like I'll start pacing back and forth, and like
Yeah.
you'll see me just getting like into the gimmick.
Yeah.
And like once I dart out of the curtain, like right
That's
there,
where,
man,
for
that's
me,
where it hits.
It's different for everybody, man.
Right. And, like we
And-
all have that like I guess breaking point.
For
of, like,
me, it's like when I'm behind the curtain, bro. That's when I'm starting to feel.
come to life.
Yeah, it's like when, okay, I can put everything that I'm stressed about, everything that I'm worried about. I can leave this back here for now. You know what I mean? Leave it at the curtain. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your like personality and mindset like when you're back there? Because like I watch you and you know like when it's like 10 minutes to your curtain call,
Yeah.
I'm straight like yo, do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like to be bothered.
I mean, man, it's more or less like, you know, I find me a spot, bro, and
Get in the zone.
reflect. I would call it.
He becomes the chosen one.
I start reflecting, man. Like, all right, cool, yeah. And then I put myself in this mindset where I'm no longer Chris Henderson. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Now I'm the chosen one. Now I'm the greatest thing that steps through this curtain.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That confidence boost the whole
It's
night.
like,
It really levels to you because like now that you like going into detail on the camera, like when we're there, you got like Chris right here. As time progresses, it's like that notch just goes up and up, and then when it's at that time,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
It's
Matthews is just in gear.
it's like, man, you know, you find that zone, dude, and it's like, say I'm sixth on the card.
It goes to the old school saying, "Find your place."
Yeah, you have to find your place. You know what I mean? You sixth on the card. Okay, I know I'm sixth on the card. That gives me
X amount of time.
four. I say 4 matches to, first gear. All right. Let me get myself together. Second gear. All right. Now it's time to start putting myself in that mindset. It's coming. I know it's coming. By the time that fifth match is over, I'm already Chris Matthews. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, now I'm just gonna go out here and I'm gonna give these people what they done paid for. Now I'm gonna go out here. Now I'm the chosen one. Now
They always get their money's worth. That's like
Yeah.
the thing I can vouch. Like I've never ever at a show seen you in a match that's never gotten over. Like it's.
I've had some bad ones.
I mean, not to the point where you did not work the crowd, but
Yeah.
no means. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll put it like this: you don't have a problem working the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But-
everybody judges their own stuff. So,
But it's like, you have to, it's like you said a few minutes ago, man, you have to know your place. Find your place and know your place.
yeah, with the mindset you're talking about, like when you see me pacing back and forth,
Yeah.
like, dude, like I
Like,
straight
I
go
know-
to a different personality.
Like when
That's
I'm in,
the character.
when I'm first to go out the curtain, bro, and I'm sure you noticed, I slap my thighs.
Yes.
Pow! I start, because I have to weight my legs up. You know what I mean? But doing that, pow, knowing I can feel that, then I'm like, all right, it's time to go. And then I do this number.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Say.
And it's
I
like,
know his routine. I could literally troll him and just sit next to him and just do his routine.
But it's like,
Brotherhood.
that right there, I'll probably hit my head a couple times, bam, bam. Because for me, it gets me to where,
You need to be to
Yeah.
perform as Chris Matthews.
and if I got headphones in, man, then I got music playing. You know
So,
what I mean?
yeah,
And
I wanna
actually,
ask you about that.
Funny thing, it's actually my entrance music that I listen to.
Okay, I want to ask you about that. So, whenever you're chilling, like getting yourself in character, personally, this is where preference is going to come in for like every entertainer or wrestler. Like personally, with me, I don't think I could function with the headphones in my ears listening to music because I'd be like so into like what's going on in my ears that for me to turn Jaden Steele like over and make him who he is instead of the shoot, it's like I gotta take my mentality, my personality, and it's like I gotta like go to somewhere like deep in my mind, and it's like I'm pulling a different personality out because this is that character and how I want him to be.
Well, the thing is, man, for me, is I don't listen to my entrance music outside of the business.
Okay.
So basically, when I put my headphones in and I play my entrance music, I'm putting myself in the mentality of the chosen one. You know what I mean?
And then your tag team would be headliners whenever.
It's the same thing. We use the
Right.
same music. And
I actually like it. It's not bad. I like that band, dude.
yeah, I like
Like
it
I
too.
over there, like sitting there, like bumping to it. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm
It's like, but it's like, and it's a lot to do with preference, man. Not
Yeah.
everybody does that.
different
You
taste.
know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said,
mean,
you
I've
got the
seen-
music. I'm more natural.
I've seen some guys do a whole fucking workout routine before
Yeah,
going out the
I've seen
crowd,
that.
out the curtain.
And getting their
You know
pump
what I
on
mean?
with,
Yeah.
with the cables and all that.
So it's like, it's just whatever puts you where you need to be. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the best way to explain it. Like for me, man, like you said, like I said, bro, I go out there, when I get ready to go out the curtain, I pump my legs, boom, boom, slap,
boom.
slap, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go.
Like, speaking of like your like little ritual there, like call me old school, dude, but like it's just like the way my old man taught me when I was trained, and I guess it's just like what Savage wrote down to him. You'll notice like if I walk out there, and like sometimes like I'll catch it in my videos, and like I don't know if like any of the subs do or not, but, like because they comment like all kinds of crazy stuff, but you'll see me. You know, I'll start like getting psyched up. You know, throwing the arms back. You know, I'll start like slapping. You know, slapping my chest. I'll put imprints on my chest while I walk out there. Everybody's looking
that's
at
a
me.
lot. That's like a lot of that's old school, man, and you know a lot of old school guys do that. I was trained by Mountain Man from WCW, 89, 90, and 90,
Like 2 or 3, right?
something like that. Yeah, and he's an old school guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, great cat.
And you know, it's just
But see, like that might be a misconception to them. Though. Like when I'm doing that, I'm losing. Like I'm in a whole different
Yeah,
personality
I mean,
at that
it's
time.
just-
I'm not
it's-
slapping myself to be like, oh, I want to look tough. I got a mark on me. Like no, I'm strictly like mindset.
it's
Do
like
what I have to do.
it's like I said, man. It's whatever puts you where you need to be to do your job.
Right.
When you hit the curb. You know what I'm saying? And if you dude, I've been in this business 12 years. And every time I get closer and closer to my match, every show, I get nervous.
To this day.
Every time.
Okay.
And
See, I lost my jitters about 6-8 months in. Like that's when like
I
then
I
came
like
confidence.
to I
you know?
like to think it's different for everybody.
Right. Well, of course.
But HBK was one of my all time favorite workers, man. And he said the day you don't get nervous is the day you need to hang it up.
Well,
But that's not for every. I swear, dude, I have to find somewhere to myself, and I dry heave, bro.
yeah.
Like I feel like I'm gonna vomit. I dry heave, and you know, then I eventually get rid of the jitters. You know what I mean? But I can tell you this: as soon as I hit the curtain, the jitters are gone,
Oh yeah. Like it's
You know what
it's
I
game
mean?
time.
and it's like. But it's I mean it's different for everybody, and
Well-
I can honestly tell you that.
With the butterfly syndrome, like the APW Jamie tag team, you know, those jitters compared to like going down the road, like losing them over time. Cause dude, I had them for like 6 to 8 months. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, bad.
Yeah.
You know, like first time it felt like, cause I was like, dude, I had all this pressure. I don't want to mess up. I want to make this good. I want to entertain everybody. You know, trying to like, you know, put all the crap that I learned all together and try to find my place. You know, obviously,
Yeah.
you know that takes time. And going down the road, you know, like it would slowly die down. But I couldn't really classify them as butterflies anymore, simply for the fact that like in like big ticket matches or you know like situational where I know I'm like my time's coming, I might get like a rush,
Yeah.
but it's not like oh you know like the first time experience where it's like oh man like I'm nervous. Like it's a general rush of I guess excitement, like in the zone. You know, I'm in character. I'm gonna kill this. You know, like I'm just thinking. You know, nothing but positive vibes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's hard to explain because, like I said, dude, you know, for me,
It's the beauty of the business. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's-
different
it's still-
rituals and characteristics
man,
of
you
people
get-
that have share the same love.
you get so many different characters in this business, dude. Like,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
some guys, man, that I got to work with up in Dothan at New Wave, and I miss those guys like crazy, bro. We had some
Tag team.
They was like a faction, and they was called Bread for War.
Yeah, you touched on that like once or twice. over,
Good
like,
guys,
next
man. I
videos.
really like those guys, dude. And I would love to be able to work with them again. Had some great matches with them.
Have you tried to connect with them through social media?
Yeah, they work out in Georgia, man, and they're booked. You know, 6 to 7 months in advance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's actually something that I'm gonna talk with them about.
Right place, right time.
Yeah, see if they have any bookings coming up for whatever dates. that certain promotion decides to take off or whatever. Because I would really like to work with those guys, and I could do a lot of things with those guys, man. But so, like I was saying, so many different characters, man. Those guys had different characters in one faction,
Right. And that's what actually creates the art of the
Yeah,
faction.
you know what I'm saying? And I've been in locker rooms, man, where you got
Oh man, I can imagine. Up and down.
yeah, man, and it's crazy because you might go into a locker room, man, and I may be the only old school type guy in the locker room.
Nobody likes the guy that sits in the middle of the locker room and just ignores somebody or everybody.
And then you got
Be respectful to your other workers, please.
you can go in there, man, and you'll have guys that's like new type, wrestling and stuff.
Right. Well, styles different,
Yeah,
like techniques.
So I mean, but I can say I've never been in a locker room in my 12 years, as far as I know, as far as I can remember.
Well, that's how many chair shots
so
ago.
many chair shots.
I did not hit young Christopher with that steel chair.
But
Don't go back and look at the
I'll
lineup.
probably say maybe 3 or 4 times out of the 12 years I've been in the business, man. It's like probably had about 3 or 4 times where guys was just so disrespectful.
Just thumbs down.
Yeah, they wouldn't introduce themselves to nobody. You know what I mean? And that's one of the biggest things when it comes to the
A respect
wrestling.
level.
Yeah, and carrying yourself with certain professionalism and things of that nature, man. And people can say what they won't do, and I don't really speak on a lot of things, and I know people can refer back to whatever, the videos I put
Right.
out. And the reason I put those videos out, man, was because I felt disrespected. And I felt people I cared about was disrespected. So I had something to say about it.
It was
Now,
your point of view. It
you
wasn't
can
nothing
go
like
back.
bashing.
And you will never see any other videos like that I've ever put out.
Oh no. No.
Never. And that's because I've never felt that disrespected in my entire career.
So that hit your all time right there.
Yeah.
Oof.
And now I've been disrespected a time or two, but I've always nipped that shit in the bud then.
If people would stop having so many hormones and emotions and just, let business do business. A lot, not only promoters with workers, as far as a financial standpoint.
Yeah,
goes, too.
man. It used to be.
Workers are getting worked by other people's gimmicks nowadays. And you see that.
The business used to be a lot more.
Together, close,
Yeah.
tight,
Now it's
snug.
just everybody wants to make $1, man, and run on top of these guys, and these guys run on top of these guys. And
Not
it's
listen
not
to what
like
the
it was
fans
back
want.
in the territory days, man.
Oof. That was Land of the Giants.
Yeah.
Where you had to be big or go home.
But I think it's about time we wrap this up, man.
Yeah, we have another surprise we gotta do.
Yeah. And I'm about to go get into bed. And I know that nobody watched this,
But they're going to.
but I hope you guys do watch it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Sorry it's so long, but
No, it's a live feed. You're supposed to anywhere between 15 to 3 hours, bro. Just
Well,
don't do nothing crazy and make DVDs of Chris Matthews. He'll have these gimmicks being sold. I'll be like, yo, where's Chris Matthews? He'll be in the back selling DVDs.
But I hope you guys watch, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.
I'm
Sorry.
working with him to get content.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
and
It's slow, but it will happen.
please subscribe. I'm gonna start trying to do these more often. I apologize that they so far in between each other. I work a lot as far as my day job goes.
So how about this? How many subs do you have right now?
Like 7.
Okay, so let's think of a short-term goal right now that if they reach, you'll put out a video other than just like you chilling in a live feed, you'll actually like do a gimmick for them. Whether it's like a match, whatever the case may be.
I mean, if I can make that happen, I will. I want to try to at least get 100 subs by, within the next 6 months or so. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to try to have content.
Well, your content will be there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to try to have content together in the next 6 months to put on the channel. Because I'm new to this. You know what I mean?
I'm helping him out, guys.
I'm new to the whole YouTube thing and all that. I don't really do a lot of social media.
Hey Jaden, how do I upload a video on YouTube? Hey Chris, it's in the top right corner, bro.
But I don't do a whole lot of social media, mainly because I don't like social media drama
Well, if you use it like an adult,
and things of that nature.
it really is beneficial as far as advertising and like getting yourself out there. But I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, but it's something that I'm learning to use in order to promote and build a brand. I want Chris Matthews to be more than just
Chris Matthews in the ring and that, like, just the pro wrestler.
I mean, it's gonna take some time, so I just hope people bear with me, man. But stay tuned, stay tuned, guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the videos and the content that I'm gonna try to put out.
We're gonna make this man do something funny. Look how serious he is.
But
He's so stiff.
I'm tired. I've been drinking. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I've been drinking again.
But
It's an anniversary, man. Don't sound like an alcoholic drag. Like it's
I barely even drink, man. I drank like probably.
This supposed to be my tag partner. He ain't even like hyping the situation up.
I don't give a fuck.
That hurt my feelings.
You
You hear that? That's the quote from Chris Matthews. Is his quote. I'm telling you. When he goes to the grave, if I have to chisel it myself, that's his quote.
But yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the video and stay tuned. And I just want to say good night.
And
Thank
give him
you.
your catchphrase.
I've been better than you since '92. Stay tuned to the Chosen Channel, people.
90s
All
babies.
love.
You know